here?
A piece of hair. Hair. This lovely thing called, yeah, shedding.
My beard does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I have a comb and brush. In oils. I have like... Yeah, the oil is basically the conditioner. And there's like, I have like a couple of creams that actually help like grow.
Is your goal to have it grow?
A little bit. I mean, if I need to, I can. I mean, I don't mind it just being like this. But I just want to just see how far I can grow it before I'm not with it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I want to grow my hair longer, like just a little longer, so I can do things with it.
Thing is, I was like really like when I first got my first beard, I was like, yay! Now I can do this. Yes. Like, I'm a beard.
Is that how everyone reacts to getting a beard?
Well, that's how I reacted. But I'll never have a mullet.
My cousin had a mullet. And then he cut it off.
And then it came back to vengeance.
I think he's growing it out again. Actually, I thought the mullet worked well for him, actually. I mean, it suited him. Playing with your beard?
Yes.
Yeah, mullet. Suited him, I mean.
Huh? Oh, that was funny. I remember there was like a joke in like I think it was like it was Borderlands 2, like one of the DLCs.
Oh, welcome.
Bacon.
Yes. Yeah. We have an audience. Shall we start?
Bacon.
Did you really call it iBacon? I thought it was... Did you spell your own name wrong? Well, I was waiting for the right time to go live. I thought this was the perfect opportunity. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Where I start this game. Looks really exciting. I can't wait to play it. But I'm sure everyone's just tired of me saying.
Can't wait to go on an adventure!
I'm just resisting the urge to sing the Pokemon theme song for Black and White. I don't know if you listened to that one.
I've probably heard it before, but I just can't remember. I remember watching it, the TV show. I just can't remember the song.
Thank you for the raid, Galaxy. Make sure you guys do check out Galaxy. Yes, the official Galaxy raid. Today I'm joined by a co-host, Palico Joe.
Hello.
Otherwise known as Nick.
Hi.
And I'm Baby Bigfoot. Welcome. I'm a variety streamer. You never know what I'll be streaming. We don't know what we're streaming half the time. Of course, I do know we'll be streaming this at some point, so I'm excited for that as well. Nonetheless, let's jump into this. Yes, Galaxy's bacon.
Power bacon?
Power of bacon.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural
Oh, it's a
transformation
younger one.
brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation.
Oh, that's right, you're penguin.
The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
Holy shit, you went live!
I did?
Yeah, I know!
Oh, there was a gunshot. I
Hold on.
think.
That guy's head was a thumb.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Wait, this is the protagonist. What's going on?
I don't know.
Well, someone was arguing like, no, I'm the protagonist. Gang, no, I'm the protagonist now.
Yes, you are the official penguin. Yeah, from Trials and Tribulations of Ari, dude.
Oh, look at me.
Yeah, so the thing with these games is
It's always anime.
with these games they had like they'll have like anime cutscenes. You can actually go on YouTube and watch all the anime cutscenes for like Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. Yes. Yes. Yeah, they do that on purpose. I have specifically not looked up the anime cutscenes for that reason. I saw them for Dual Destinies and Thingamabobber Spirit of Justice. November the 22nd, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature? Defendant's Antechamber. No. It's just an anime style cutscene. This is not an official cutscene. It's not an official anime. The official anime would be like Ace Attorney. So would you like to voice the main character?
Sure.
All right.
I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How could it be that just beyond the door is to this quiet little chamber is a beep? There's a fire.
Yes, the guy who is talking, his name is Ryunaru, a simplified version of the name.
Ryuji Naruto.
Perfect. Go for it.
Is the highest court in Japan. We're to decide my fate.
Oh, look at the bailiff.
I'm staring at you without my eyes.
What?
What? Oh, no, nothing. Oh.
Save your glares, murderer.
Murderer. Sorry.
Who's defending us? Like I said, Ryunaru.
My name is Ryuji Naruto. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yumi University.
Yumi.
3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident.
May I just say one thing? Get used to it. Because if you're anything like Phoenix, you're just gonna get the shit end of the stick every single time.
I mean, he has the protagonist in it. I'm pretty sure that's the... Now, here I am, awaiting my trial. So it's a red, so it must be important.
That's enough. Ooh!
I am samurai!
I'll voice this guy, so I have, something to do. He's unobliged to listen to such abuse, officer.
And who are you?
I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today.
Lawyer?
Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him like a criminal. Treat him as a criminal. Sorry. You will hold your tongue.
Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. What? No, I'm fine. I mean, I just had a sandwich.
A sandwich? He's cool, he's a badass.
I am the true now.
And yet, I still seem to know better than you. Better than you how a court officer should behave. Right. Ryu?
Oh. Yes, of course. Sorry.
What are you apologizing to me for?
Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. I am eating the cookies. Not just any cookies, but the peppered farm.
Oh! Oh, I thought your name was Kazuma. Never mind. I was trying to find a name I could actually pronounce.
Kazuma?
It's Kazuma.
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 But really, Kazuma. I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry.
I know a lot of people want to see Ace Attorney get season 3 where it's Dual Destiny, Spirit of Justice, and Apollo Justice. I know a lot of people want to see that. You're all good. I'm eating dinner right now. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Not more emotion. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. I think it's Yume, I have no idea. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you?
Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it.
Then why were you holding the gun? Did you pick up the gun out of shop like Miles did?
Probably.
Number one downside of this game, the names are hard to pronounce. Yeah, I just give them nicknames. I am glad that this guy, who is actually interesting so far, I can pronounce his name.
Ryu.
Oh yeah, no, Ryu is the guy we're defending. The main character.
Okay.
Oh wait, is she gonna die?
I could never murder someone.
You don't look like a murderer.
Do I look like I'm a murderer?
I'm not sure yet. Give me a few
Do I
minutes.
look like a murderer?
We should do a poll in the chat.
Am I? I was like, are you the therapist? Yeah, sure. Go with that.
Yeah, you're the therapist that's trying to take out Joe.
Oh, you remember I'm almost like the hitman.
Yeah, you're the hitman disguised as a therapist.
Solve your problems.
That's,
no matter, I'm here to solve your problems, no matter the cost.
that's why he puts that. That's why you try to put cyanide in one of his fish that he bathes in.
And is what now?
Oh, you don't know that, do you?
All I heard was something about him bathing in a fish.
He uses fish as soap.
Fish's soap?
Yeah.
So,
Do fish bathe?
Nope. He takes rainbow trout and uses it as soap.
Rainbow murder.
Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high.
You mean?
I believe you. I know you're innocent. Ryu?
You know he's gonna win because his headband's blowing through the wind and he knows he's inside. Oh.
He's a badass.
Kazuma Asogi, my best friend.
Oh, he has a full easy name to say. That's amazing.
Also, in his second year at Yumi University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact.
Okay, Miles Edward.
He's even a qualified lawyer. Oh.
That wasn't me.
How dare!
I was eating food! It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old here in Japan anyway.
But look at my headphone as it defies physics.
I know!
like Francesca and Miles. Francesca came from where and he's only 18
No, Godot, he has a coffee boy, he just has a fan blowing in the wind! My qualifications don't mean much yet.
I'm gonna tell you that's what Bailiff is doing. Because I was like, oh god, I was struck down by awesome.
For his
So now
insolence.
he's just praising him. He's praising him so hard, it's making me laugh. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. Almost said 3 years ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Cosma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes, that's when all of us started.
Oh, we did? Okay, so who are we playing as?
Even in cutscenes, flashbacks says, it has been so long. Yeah!
He defies all physics and logic!
Congratulations, Kazuma! It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last.
Unless he's the one that did it.
I mean, I shot him with my sword.
I know, I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, these government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and success in court.
So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the world's most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you, and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Cosmo's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple. Oh, so that's why he has the wings. He's just like, I'm so smart. He's so smart, he has a small level of telekinesis.
I'm just gonna use that telekinesis to constantly blow that around.
Like, so where I am, I'm always cool.
I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes.
The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too.
Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets in Her Majesty's City of London together.
If only it were that simple.
Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going.
Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little while longer.
You probably should have left. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow. Then, partner.
Wants to take him across the sea so he can go on an adventure! That's the name of the title! That's the subtitle of the game!
Maybe this will motivate him to go across country.
Yeah, straight after that, that's when it happened.
Ooh, who's talking?
Sogi, may I have a word?
Oh, who's this? Oh, that's Professor. I didn't know you were coming.
Well, this case has personal significance to me. Look at my mustache. But never mind that for now. Sogi. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers.
To His Excellency. To His Excellency's chambers. Why?
He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about the prosecutors today as well. Today as a result. Who is this man? I feel like I've seen him at the university before.
It's probably the law professor. I see. I'll go at once then. I shall accompany you. Alright then, Ryu. I'll see you in the courtroom.
Yes, thanks, cousin.
There's an awkward silence in the room.
This is awkward.
Oh, really?
If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant. Ryuji Naruto, I believe. Yes, that's right.
Eugen
My name is Eugen.
Mikotoba. Mikotoba.
My name is Eugen Mikotoba. I'm a professor for Forcing Medicine at Yumi University. Or you may go to this university.
Humane? Humane University?
Humane. Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name before from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi had told me about you. You and he are best friends. Understand?
La gasp!
Exclamation mark. As such, I feel you should know. Know what? Well, you've no doubt heard Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain.
The greatest of Britons.
However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid the permission will be revoked, and he'll never be granted again.
Nothing like putting the stakes on this trial. Jeez.
What? As I suspected, you were unaware of this.
Well, you know.
I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you.
La gasp.
Exclamation mark. He agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered. But I don't understand, why would the government do such a thing?
I don't know.
The
Administration
has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas study. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it, I swear. I'm not a murderer. I'm sure that's true, nevertheless. I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task.
Did you expect it to be easy?
See, there are certain peculiarities.
Peculiarities. Thank you. Just avoid the word. Personalities.
I was gonna say. There was a certain nut. I can't remember the. Whatever. About today's trial. Sorry, what do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway.
Why won't you tell us?
What? Then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to conviction.
So run out of court.
Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense.
Okay. Is he the one that killed the professor?
No, you know he's telling you about the game, right?
Oh.
That's all.
When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusation brought for you? Of course not.
Defendant!
Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once.
Objection.
Oh, that's not good. Galaxy, I just saw my hands. All my veins have popped out because of all the lifting I did.
I would assume our super discussers are to be cut short.
Oh, I thought we would be investigating, so I need to.
Allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. What a dick.
Apparently.
This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma dreams of studying abroad are over, and what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea what lay ahead, I embark on that unforgettable trial. Also, this is all flashback. My one and only chance of proving my innocence, the trial that would decide my destiny.
Yeah. Oh, so they're doing it. Okay.
So this is a courtroom.
I love how scared he is, and he's just like, yes, this is a battlefield. The Supreme Court of Judicature. The court in the court in land has more power. No court in land has more power.
I don't like when people are sitting in the public gallery.
Well, you could always ask your the landlord to help you out with it, or the manager, or whatever he's called.
Manager.
Manager. Oh, did you read that?
Oh, yeah, I did. I said I don't like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there.
Great Departure Part 1?
Yes. I'm assuming they're both end up going.
Lots of military and other uniforms in there.
The powers, the powers that have been demanded that this is to be a secret trial.
A secret trial?
A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend.
What? But why?
Yeah, the managers had the supper. We're on break. When I did it, I was halfway there. When I remembered to ask her, wait. Oh, okay. It'll become clear in time, but for now, I will hold my sword. You need to concentrate, Ryu. It's about to begin. God!
Well, this judge has more swag.
I wasn't looking at the judge. I was looking at the prosecutor.
Look, the court will now hear the trial of Ryu Naruto. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
Listen, Looks just like him.
As is the defense.
Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate.
That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, good.
Natural procedure is for the defendant's
Advocacy.
advocacy. I almost said avocado.
The defense is avocado.
The defendant's avocado to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for any final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial?
Oh, okay, now I understand.
This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? The question the professor meant. But then, I say I do. I need to answer quickly. What should I do?
Wait and see your answer, I do. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hold this clear.
Yes!
He looks so scared.
What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryu Naruto, will be defending myself. You'll be what?
What?
Oh, you're playing it.
What are you
We're
playing at, Ryu?
Oh, yes. Professor Mikoto told me everything just now before the trial.
He did what?
He said that your dreams of studying our board would be dashed if you lose here.
How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off?
No, it's not that, really. It's just that, well, on the off chance of things didn't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you...
Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. To ask Professor Mikotoba. Shouldn't have stuck his nose in.
Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well. Does the accused admit defeat already?
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows the defendant's innocence is so apparent, he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naru-san?
No. Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all.
Phoenix, calm down.
In fact, I must be a complete blank.
I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered.
Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court.
Zavari!
You must have pretended to be...
Perpetrate, you must have...
Perpetrate the most heinous crime indeed. Hammer. As you are no doubt aware, the Supreme Court of...
Juicy
Juicy Juice of
Juicy
Japan. According to the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruto? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your
competence
for the task you have undertaken. Competence? What does that mean?
He's questioning your ability to do the job.
Well, you can't be questioning it more than I am. So let's start with a very simplest of questions. Yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I heard his name more times than I care to remember. But wait. I'm so nervous. I can't even remember that. What was it again?
Ryu. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank.
You know me so well.
All the relevant information in this case can be found in the court record.
But I can't even find that.
It's simple. You can access the court record by the pressing of the R. Which one's R?
Yes, the right.
I knew that. Totally. If you've ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that, and it's all there.
I guess I have to press R for the court record. All right, there's no time to lose.
Proof that I'm a student at the Imperial Humane University. I always wear it on the collar.
Don't you just love tutorials? Even though you've already done this like what, 3 times?
Multiple times. This is a list of evidence you've collected. Now try to choose people instead.
With R.
Oh, he's 23. You'll find all the details about the victim here. When you're done, press B to go back. 42, 51.
John H. Wilson.
Watson.
There's no A.
There's also no T.
I said Wilson.
Oh, I said Watson.
And you said Watson, and I said Wilson. It's
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson.
It's Dr. Watson. He's wearing...
Yeah, it's from, no, it was from, Dennis the Menace.
Oh, yeah. He's a visiting professor of medicine at Humane University from the British Empire.
No.
Dr. John Watson. Or whatever his name was.
Wilson.
So remember, everything to do with the court case can be found in the court record. What's this? Oh, post-mortem report. You better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record and press A.
X.
I totally read the text.
Yes!
Yes!
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Haha. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university.
No, he wasn't. He was a visiting professor. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England invited to Humane University 3 years ago.
I know. Indeed. Which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you are aware, we have just signed a newly treaty together after lengthy negotiations.
Oh. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese. It wasn't Anglo-Saxon. Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation.
I was thinking, like, oh, it's beautiful. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of the Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial University, are you not? Stab. Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides you your education. Have you no honor? But I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter.
Well, the best I can do is 3 hours. In other words, our feeble government is scared of is upsetting England's policymakers. And you're convenient and expendable. And you're in a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime.
So that's why this trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it?
Peculiar.
Power!
Jesus Christ.
Peculiarities. Yeah. Is it?
How's that? Is that better?
Huh?
Say oddities.
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 Exactly, our government needs a conviction. It needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman.
Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make a difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime.
Oh dear, look at the time, I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy the place a little longer. Good idea, after
We've all said this before, goodbye!
I know. See you in English tomorrow then, partner.
The British Empire, wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen the man in the university. I'm sure he's been a professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello. So I went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question for you, Defendant Naruto. Yes, Your Excellency.
I'm scared out of my wits.
How did the Professor of Medicine...
Bullet did not pass through Victor's body. Okay, gunshot.
How did the Professor of Medicine, John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. Cause of death? Well, obviously that was,
Ryu, remember, in the court. He's gonna die after this. Remember that in court, every assertion has to be backed up by evidence.
Yes, but how?
Produce the autopsy report. Oh, sorry, the post-mortem report. Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's positive and select present. Let's present X.
Yes!
Yes. Well. According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it. Sorry, yes, that's right. The Mortem report.
In the West, the doctor dissects In the West, the doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy.
English is my first language, and I still suck at it.
Also, it's helpful when the names are like these weird ass names. There in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way.
Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later.
You probably are.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. As you can clearly discern, scorch marks are on the bullet hole produced by a gunpowder explosion. In other words, we would assume that the victim was shot at close range.
Honey, can you say it's been accepted evidence?
Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the report.
Cool.
That's a photograph print. Well, that's something I've never seen before.
It looks like that better not be a T-bone steak.
Why?
Because there were two trials that they were getting T-bone steak. Both had to do with the same thing, basically. Doesn't it look like he's sitting? His chair's flipped.
Yeah, his chest was at the table.
Yeah, like. I mean, even like when he was speaking with Ryu, he was just like, "Oh, hello, sir. How are you?" Well, that will be something later on.
I read this. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Very well, I'm satisfied with your answers. Let's start with the trial.
What was this?
Certainly, Your Excellency. Like,
Stretching my arms.
so, without further ado, in order to better appraise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls the first witness who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. This is it then.
I think I may have worked out what the prosecution had in mind. What the professor had in mind.
Professor, what do you mean, Doctor? You mean Dr. Mikoba?
Yeah, it's clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I still act as your assistant. I can still act as your assistant.
Ah, of course.
Cool, great. I'll hug you later, man.
When he was speaking to me before, he simply said, Kazuma Sugi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he?
Maybe, but any help you could give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma.
Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats.
If only you bring that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. I mean, at least they pointed out.
Waiter did it.
Witness, state your name and occupation to the court, please.
Of course. My name is...
Satoru. Satoru.
My name is Satoru
Hasanaga.
Hosonaga, yeah, we'll go with that. I'm the head waiter. Sarah. I'm the head waiter at the Western-style restaurant called Le Carnaval.
Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some,
Bullshit? It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me much.
Well, it really should. Everyone knows that the capital's southeastern quarter has developed the foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an occasional eatery 3 days ago.
Okay.
Understood, Osanaga-san. You will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident.
Now we need to decide, is this guy on a premeditated version of Judge Tinder? Or does he actually have his wits about him? Oh yeah, the predecessor to Horror Members Plus.
Well,
What?
We'll find out.
Were you not there for Horror Members?
I was not!
If I can find the meme, I'll send it to you. But it was like a meme of like, you know, hash. It was supposed to be hashtag who remembers, but they didn't capitalize who and W and R. So it's like I read it as horror members. And so it's like, if you read this as horror members, we're probably friends. I spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out what it said. I'm like, if it's not horror members, what is it supposed to be? Oh, who remembers?
Who remembers?
I'll bring it back.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go change.
Oh, okay.
Just my shirt.
Okay. Yeah, it's not like I'm on stream by myself now.
Say hi.
Hi!
You know, rarely.
Yeah. Maybe I should grow my beard out like his.
Nice trying to do that.
He wants to grow his beard out so he can braid it like it works.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever he wants to do. Alright.
Continue.
Hitting play now. Oh, did you read that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. At once, sir.
And so no petty interjections from the answering lawyer boy, please.
The aspiring?
Aspiring. Aspirin.
Aspirin.
Oh,
Perspiring, maybe.
perspiring maybe, but aspiring.
It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have a few diners. We have a few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied.
That's my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in the place.
It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. Bang! A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out of the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair, and standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Hold on, let me clarify something here. Well, I did pick up the gun that I found lying on the floor. I saw the professor. I didn't shoot him.
Calm yourself.
Objection!
I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what you saw, you amateur. But next time you interrupt an important, inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defendant Naruto.
Don't worry, Ryu. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we just quietly listen to the witness.
If I may confirm one point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see in court today.
That's what it looks like. Yes! Looks like blood.
Yes, it is blood.
Yes, without question.
I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
Let me just wipe the blood off. No. There was no one else around the table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
Huh, wait. What did you just say? There was no one else around the table.
What's the matter, Ryu?
That's just not right. Whenever I did enough listen to say hello. There was a woman sitting opposite to it at his table.
Really?
And that's not something the waiter could have missed.
Yes!
Just a moment, please.
I know.
Dr. William wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Objection!
Dear me, what are we going to do with you? With you blatant disregard for court proceedings. What? Blatant disregard for court proceedings. I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw.
Hosanna... Hoagie! Is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy. No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
I don't believe it.
I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant. As it was that day. Please, have a look at it if you'd like to.
Let's see, a sketch of the establishment layout drawn by yourself, I presume.
That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
Well, you're clearly a very
Conscientious, yeah.
conscientious waiter.
Thank you, sir. I'm just wipe the blood off.
The court will now take the plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh, well...
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
Of course. Here you are. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now.
Something clearly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card had been entered in the court record.
Why would the waiter have a business card? I mean, unless it's a business card of... Yeah, but...
So,
Lunch.
the court has now heard a presence of the case. Yes, at the moment of the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity was the defendant on trial today. It would seem that we're looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruto. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. Otherwise, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your
Inevitable
punishment. I call this witness as a unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case in the court. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial, the prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
What do you think I should do? Oh, sorry, that's you.
What do you think I should do, cousin? Well, what do you mean? Oh.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or the other, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a lenient sentence?
I was trying to give you a cold stare.
Yeah. Everyone keeps telling me the trial is unusual about these peculiarities. Oddities. You said it, Professor.
It's an easier word to say.
Professor Mikotoba said it, so it has to be the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this.
As I said from the outset, I believe in your innocence. I trust you, and yet, despite knowing that, you're willing to now throw that trust back in my face. Is that it?
What?
If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you just going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryu. Oh, Jesus. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. It's just Miles. Then we'll just see how decisive this evidence really is.
Finger pointing.
Apparently I'm scaring you.
Oh shit, man. Indeed. Prosecutor.
Ouchie?
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 Please continue with proceedings. Tisk. Well, you were warned the young can be so reckless.
I'm gonna blow your hair right off of you.
You know, many call me a saint, but I could be a devil when I want to be.
Sure.
In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls for its next witnesses. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once. Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Yes, sir. The great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Aiza Noza reporting for duty, sir. Aiza Noza, what's going on?
Myself, I employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the El E Elference of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rasuti, a humble premier's first in the second district. Curio Corcuda?
Kiryu Coco.
I choose
Corsi.
yes.
An antique, a dealer and a soldier. What a usual pairing.
An antique dealer and a soldier walking into a bar.
And an Englishman gets shot.
Yeah, I think I got up to season 2, then I stopped watching it. Arrow.
Green Arrow. Both the gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day out in question.
There must have been diners on the other table. That's the waiter mentioned. Myself, I habitually take tea of most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question. Always past noon, or always post noon. Okay, I feel like you're struggling with English in this game. Yeah, we're both struggling. And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curious curios with which I make my business.
I can't understand a word of that old man is saying.
He's an antique dealer. It sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. Oh, Galaxy. That's the link. He obviously targets La Carnival because of the high-class restaurant with rich clientele.
Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident.
Atrocious, yeah.
Is that correct? Affirmative! The enemy unit has been attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. Point! It was that black uniform robed infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. This man has an impossible to understand.
I know he came back to Star City. He was on an island, not Hong Kong, meaning she dropped him off back to the island for some reason. I hate Amanda. Oh, so that's why, yeah.
This man is as impossible to understand as the other. I'm sure I heard a strange noise during that.
Last thing he said. So this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening? The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment that you shot the victim dead.
Yes.
Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
To be honest, I feel uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please.
I don't know if you saw it. Hopefully it works, but if you do that, it will bring the Wattpad link up.
You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I wasn't sure if you looked at it yet. I will let you know when chapter 2 is written. I have a game plan of what I want to do for a story. I'm writing.
Oh.
I'm finally actually putting it into words. If you guys want to check it out and you have Wattpad, go to that link.
Yeah, sure. Stand by to report, sir.
I don't understand how this proves that he was singing by himself. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh. Isa Noza.
Uh-huh. So, you want to press every statement.
Unsavory memories of the most Carabic afternoon.
You want to press every statement.
Oh. What?
Just I think you can read. I'm just questioning how he's wording things.
I was ingesting a regulation beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to this military gentleman.
At the precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes.
Oh, is this the testimony?
Yes.
The black uniformed varsity cabinet fired a cadet.
Yeah, cadet.
Fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
Galaxy, I'm curious, how do you like the style of it? I'm trying to go for like a screenplay, but with more detail, like a book. I'm trying to do like a mix of it. I don't know if it's working. It's a thing.
I can already see one of the things in the statement.
What?
Oh, it said he was like he shot from the back. From the back, but if you see in the picture, he was shot from the front.
Yeah! Oh yes, don't worry. I'm hoping there'll be plenty more questions as it goes. So I guess I shouldn't tell you what happens later on in the book then. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. So this guy was far too busy looking at pottery and antiques than he was looking at the
So
murder.
you, Sergeant Noza, actually witnessed the vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon from at the victim.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. He's a knife.
What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
I didn't shoot anyone.
Is that really true, Reynolds?
Yes, all I did was pick up the gun that was lying on the floor.
Reynolds Naruto?
After I said hello to the doctor, I went back to my table and started drinking some coffee. Then when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed that English made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting, I thought that perhaps the professor had dropped it. I bent down, and just when I was picking it up,
Well, if that's the truth, then there's obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere.
and somewhere in these two witnesses'
That's me.
Oh.
And somewhere in these two witness testimonies, there's a clue as to where the criminal was.
There is? Let me see.
Reynolds.
Oh,
What?
it's you.
Oh. Right. You're the guy who is the master of the cold sweat. I'm the guy who has the monkey headband. Reynolds, you may exercise your right to cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine?
Do it now!
As we heard, your Excellency.
Can you English?
No. There is no room in doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty.
Clearly!
It's time to bring this fellow student to justice. Certainly, the testimony of the court has just heard eliminates by vague of doubt.
Any shadow of a doubt?
Therefore, if there...
Yes!
Why are you saying yes?
What in the name of Emperor is this meaning of this outburst? The defense. The defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Dear me. Let me guess. The Hibachi headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic. Huh? How do you know? The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time.
What is it really?
The defendant obviously has no experience. How can you possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Common sense and paying attention and bullshitting my way through this.
Objection!
Ooh. The defense is asserting its right to have a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant.
Well, it's so commanding. Very well. Let's the defense conduct a cross-examination on the witness.
Witnesses. Witnesses. Alright, this is where...
Witness side.
Witness side! Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Reynolds.
I don't even know what I have to do at a cross-examination.
Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witness's statements.
How?
You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a complete and total lie.
Yes, but...
It's just the case of proving it. And the key to doing this is evidence.
Right, evidence.
What's evidence again? All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Now let's go, Reynolds. Don't let them beat you.
Alright then. It's all or nothing. It's nerf or nothing.
Okay, Dana.
I loved how weak it was. I was like, wait, this is supposed to be horrible.
Press on every single.
Yeah.
Beefsteak.
I was ingesting a regulation of beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion. Yeah, I think so. But like, why couldn't you? How I know he's a military man, but couldn't you just say I was eating beefsteak at the restaurant?
Yes!
Why? Why aren't you saying anything? Is this some new interrogation technique?
He's already sweating bullets.
I hadn't actually thought of what I wanted to ask.
Just ask about anything that catches your attention. Anything that really just bothers you.
Alright then. This beefsteak you mentioned. What kind of food was I don't know. It's a goddamn mystery. It's a mystery meat steak.
I don't know how you clip things, so I'm just gonna put that.
Attention. Beefsteak is a delicious cut of veal. Regularly cooked on a cast iron grill and served piping hot. Oh. If food could receive medal's honor, beefsteak would be almost highly decorative as a cutlet. Yeah, see, thank you, sir. So, next question. And one of the things I wish I bought from like one of those bottles of Smirnoff, you know. At this point, I just got done with work, and I'm dealing with this. And one of the things I actually,
I think we have wine in the fridge.
No, I don't know. I've never had wine. I was like, I need a beer.
I'd say go to Hannaford's what's closed.
I know it's closed, but I didn't also want to drive home after drinking one of those too. So tomorrow.
I mean, worst case scenario, we could have stayed here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cutlet is a delicious cut of veal tossed in breadcrumbs and deep fried in cooking oil. Accept your guilty verdict, atone for your crimes, and when you're released from prison, try it. Yes, sir, I will. On double, sir. Sorry to interrupt. Oh.
Sorry to interrupt, but how about trying to stick to the questions that are relevant to the case?
Oops, sorry. I'll do my best. The next question. Negative.
It's Waluigi!
Wah! Wah! Well, at least we.
Well, at least we've learned he's a big beef lover.
Affirmative. Ha!
Affirmative.
It's not easy to know what kind of questions to ask.
Oh, we got a trophy.
Prime presser. Get it.
Yes!
Yes!
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Blunt, straight to the point. I like it. I don't think you're gonna win many points with the judge, though. Also, what's everyone's plans for the for tomorrow? Not the rest of the day tomorrow. What's everyone's plans?
I have no clue.
I'm gonna be streaming in the morning.
Oh.
Streaming this tomorrow night.
Oh.
Yeah.
We stream tomorrow morning.
Uncharted.
Ooh. Be Nathan's wait.
Yeah, you're welcome to come over if you so wish.
You usually start streaming around 10.
10:30. a Koban boy.
Like a what? You mean an old Edo coin?
The day prior to the incident, a treasure of exceptional value from the Hui period entered my possession.
Oi!
Point. I took myself to the restaurant the following day with the same item, secreted in my bosom pocket,
Bosom.
in the hope of affluent, cognizant, appraised of its indisputable value being present.
So you were hoping to sell the wrong coin. You started to know so when you met them at the restaurant. Yes, it's quite clear where you're going with this boy. You were about to assert that a penniless
Soldier.
soldier would have no hope of purchasing a precious coupon. Is that so? Well, you little upset cadet. Sorry, cadet.
You little bitch.
You want to add this disrespecting a superior officer in your list of crimes, do you?
I'm pretty sure disrespecting a superior officer, which you probably are the murderer because you were cold sweating, and this old man wasn't paying attention to anything.
Here's the old man.
The one you least expect. That jackass disrespected my coin collection. That's so he had to die.
No, honestly, if it was a mini part took the knife and it was just like, it was just calmly sitting on the table, and then just like jumped off flipping and just like slash. And it's like,
Like Splinter.
and he's like, oh, and it's nice. Also like, a slash. Like the fuck was that? I didn't do it. It was the boy. I was like, oh. Just gives him the knife, just take the knife. No, it's like she looks on him.
It was the boy, not me. I'm too old and frail to do this shit.
Blatant
Subordination.
sandwich.
Blatant sandwiches.
Blatant sandwich. Let's go. Blatant sandwich. No, I didn't say anything. The penalties might be a word for. Just be the word I was looking for.
In any case, an hour was already advanced beyond that of the midday luncheon. There remained there remained precious few present with whom I could engage to discourse about matters of business.
This is you.
It was on him, so I assumed it was him.
No, it's his old man.
The gentleman beside me who was grappling with his braised veil at the time was...
Veil?
The veil to the other side.
He was in the veil.
The veil at the time was my sole prospect.
The veil of time. I see. He was enjoying the veil of time.
I hear it's really crunchy. And a little spicy too. Crunchy roll.
I'm gonna roll.
Crunchy roll.
When an anime's on a roll, on a critical side, it's on a crunchy roll.
Oh, apparently Sony bought Crunchy roll.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe they can have better timed ads.
Well, maybe there'll be more like also I watched it and I was like, oh, here's the next PlayStation game, or here's the PS5 that you probably may not get.
I just want to play one game on it. That's the worst part.
What's the
Rift Apart.
Wow.
It's the only thing I want to do. I just want to play Rift Apart, and I can't.
Buy it as like you play it and like, okay, I'm done, but I'm so bad.
It's like, okay, we'll unplug it for now. Works. It's your line, by the way.
I see.
So the blind man?
At the precise moment a fire was discharged, I observed the enemy's action with my own eyes.
Yes!
Yes!
So, you're saying that you actually saw me at that time? Affirmative, I saw you.
Affirmative. I don't know.
Laughing, cackling like a madman as you trained the barrel of the gun.
The barrel of your gun?
Barrel of your gun on the English civilian.
Can you English?
Well, that's possible. I only.
Allow me to confirm just one point, please.
What's that, Private?
Thinking carefully about the statement you just made, it seems to me that it must have been after you heard the gunshot that you looked over to the victim's table.
And so if it was?
That's what I was thinking. Well, if that really is the case, it would mean you didn't, in fact, see the precise moment the killer actually fired the gun.
Enter! My sixth sense. Sorry?
What?
My sixth sense of danger. I picked up the waves of murder just radiating from their foul mind. Which means, a split second before you pulled the trigger, I was looking right at you, Cadet.
Got it?
Surely that's not really possible, is it? Do you think I'd have got where I am today in the army if I couldn't sense danger in the air, son?
Well, it would seem the soldier is absolutely convinced that he saw you do the deed.
This is not good. From the back.
Yes!
So, but... saying that was... I just had enough of your sauce. Sauce? Cadet?
Okay.
Yeah, I see her around here in a black uniform. Oh, there's someone standing right next to you who fits the description as well, but... It was you little weasel! You unloaded a firearm into that old man. From his back! And you call yourself a civilian of Grand Empire, you disgust me!
I'm gonna call bullshit on that statement.
Aww?
Did he just swear in the courtroom? What is it, Reynolds?
I'm not quite sure. Something in the surgeon said that I can't fucking get my finger on. Something playing on my mind.
Well, in that case, check back over the details of the evidence you've gathered in the court record. And if you find the inconsistency there with that witness, with what the witness just said, then don't hold back. Present the evidence to the court, thrust it into the witness' face, and make him choke on it.
Taking so long.
So am I pressing this guy too, then going backwards?
Yeah, press on every statement.
Yes!
Okay.
And
Yes!
then when you're ready, you're going to go to the fourth statement, which is the black uniform vaccine.
And then present the photo.
And present a post-mortem report.
On your hands and knees, could you explain that, please?
That's right, spurning the arthritis, I was in order to retrieve the lost piece. What lost piece are you referring to?
Did you just break it?
Jesus! Okay. The Koban, of course, the exquisite Kui-era Koban coin. Let me regain my composure. I've just been showing the rare treasure to the military man as he masticated his meal. After averting my eyes from the briefest moment, it was there no more. It simply vanished.
Come on, vanished.
As I began to acquaint myself with the intricacies of the floor in order to locate it, and then it happened. You heard the gunshot, you mean? None other than... Though it was no concern of mine, I was frantically scouring the floor for the aforementioned lost treasure.
The shiny.
Aforementioned. Oh, I got a shiny greeting the other day.
What now?
Shiny. I caught a shiny Pokemon last night.
Ooh. That's whatever I thought. That's what I recall, like, in any games. It's like, ooh, shiny.
Shiny pocket.
So, in fact, you didn't actually witness the precise moment when the incident occurred.
Indeed, myself, I did not.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here.
Listen, Reynolds. Oh, we got another, Oh, wait. Deleted by moderator? Oh, we got another one of you, famous bot. This time it was 4BB Spyboy. Listen, Reynolds, we know there are lies lurking in the statements. It's time to expose them.
Let me find out
I understand that. The question is how.
A good thing to get is Wisebot.
So what happened?
So basically, well, it doesn't pop up for us, but, yeah. But they have, like, these bots, and they're like, oh, you want to become famous? Click this link.
Oh!
And if you get Wisebot, it will time them out, so their messages appear. And I think it will do it with other, like, potential, like, bots. Like I said before, the key is using the evidence that you've collected. You can examine and present evidence while a witness is giving a testimony by pressing R. Go through each window, each witness statement, and the details about each piece of evidence. You compare
All the facts.
Thank you. And no, I don't want to. Somewhere in there you'll find something that doesn't add up. In other words, an inconsistency.
Inconsistency.
When you find a statement and a piece of evidence that seem to contradict each other, present your evidence with X and rip the witness apart.
You stab him in the arteries.
You stab him in the groin. Sounded good.
You stab him, twist him, and make him feel bad.
For lying.
For lying, I mean.
For lying, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you stab him with the truth and twist it in the womb. Make him feel bad. Make him real sad.
Just be careful, because if you assert the contradiction that has no basis, you'll be given a penalty. If you've dealt too many penalties, the defense's case will fall apart, and you will receive a guilty verdict. So that's it! Pursue the evidence in the court record and find the inconsistency with the witness's statement.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
You can hear the witness's statement over and over again as many times as you like. So keep your head and be measured in your attack. Good luck, partner. Present.
Yes!
Yes.
What are you playing at, cadet? What's the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting this wad of papers in my mustache. Inconsistency, sir.
I like how that's all you can mutter. Inconsistency.
I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency. Just what nonsense. This time we can possibly tell that we don't already know. Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words won't come out of my mouth. I think it proves beyond my to point out, Your Excellency. But there is no place for an immature student here in the grand courtroom. It's so frustrating.
Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court.
I don't know, what? What are you talking about?
It's apparent that, from a single glance at the post-mortem report presented by the defense, that there's a discrepancy here in the sergeant's statement.
What?
He's very sweating like one's in pain. Sergeant Aizanoza.
Yes, sir. What, sir?
Huh? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity student, cadet, fired at the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes.
Yes!
I think you need new eyes.
No, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because... Because... And then...
As it's clearly stated in the post-mortem report, fatal hemorrhaging from the pectoral ballistic trauma. No exit wound. Bullet wound did not pass through the body. The photographic print of the victim clearly shows the same thing. What? Reynolds?
Seriously.
The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that's what the obvious discrepancy is here. Well, how do you explain it?
Baby?
Yeah, that explains the way.
I just don't realize he's wearing a baby harness.
I didn't realize that was what it was.
Well, I mean, that's what it feels like now. Is he's just that purple thing, and he's just carrying a baby on his back.
I thought it was just a thing.
Oh, what the? What was that? Something just popped out from behind his back, and he pushed it down again.
He's growing a second head.
Certainly, there is a clear
Discrepancy.
with the facts here. Do you not agree, Sergeant Noza? Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be the indisputable. Until the moment there's the babies. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious civilian steaks. Sorry, happy baby. What?
The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. The witness, Sergeant Aizanoza, did not see the defendant firing at Ben at all.
That's absurd.
I think the conclusion we must draw from it is simple. There's no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom.
Y'all! There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy.
You look so freaked out.
This is what being an ace attorney is all about. Hey! But I definitely saw him. Other way. The University Cadet Harry, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back.
Yes!
Yes!
But never fired the gun. All I did was pick it off the floor. You didn't see the moment the victim was shot either. Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot would interest me not. I was too busy on the floor.
Oh yeah, no, some guy getting killed. That's just boring pitter-patter.
Oh, that's common.
Where I grew up, you hear gunshots all the time. I was more assumed to coin.
But yet,
Oh yes,
Yeah.
you were looking for your Kabbalah coin, weren't you?
It was the old man. Indeed, the prized Hoi era Kuban. Hunting around under the table. It was my case. Mayhap it had fallen there. And then it happened. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did. Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was more concerned only with finding my absconded Hoi treasure. Nothing could distract me.
well, okay then.
Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? No. I see. That lamentable day, my precious Hoi Koban was lost to me. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. As looking at the
Sergeant.
yeah.
Knows? I don't know anything. And I'm
It's
sure
Savari.
everyone present is aware. This demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon.
Nevertheless, the witness testimony of the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels, it must be the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now.
What is your position, Prosecutor Archie?
Achi?
Archie?
That's what it looks like.
Yes, worry not, Your Excellency. Yes. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will never. But he will find a wolf at the back. Surprise. The witness has further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing the next statements, it will become undoubtedly clear. There's only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The defendant Ryu Naruto.
Reynolds Naruto.
Reynolds. What?
He really seems to have a despicable opinion on you, doesn't he?
So,
Very well, the court invites the witnesses to testify again. We will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the
Prosecutions?
prosecution's allegations. Is that clear?
As clear as a Kiriko glass, Your Excellency.
Baby!
Dad, I'm hungry.
Yes, sir! At once, a wedding signal to testify, sir. His baby. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up on the rank, sir. Name Ado.
Ado Noza? It would seem the straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny.
Ado, attention! Your father is about to call. Your father is about to call the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy.
What is the baby doing?
It's blowing. It's blowing the wind, but it's not coming out.
Oh.
Is that what you're wondering about?
Yeah.
It's not.
Oh, I like how the baby's there.
Happy baby.
Wouldn't that cause shaken baby syndrome?
Is that true? Cold.
Oh.
Even if what I saw wasn't precise at the moment, the firearm was discharged. It's almost the same thing.
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, the young lad in black. Not much I did see.
Furthermore, a visual research of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman dining all by himself.
Therefore, no other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. Yeah, because wasn't the butler also there?
Yes!
Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't all alone at all. There's enough of this outburst already. There was a woman at his table. Everyone must have seen her.
Objection!
Apparently not.
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court. Speak accordingly.
Okay.
You will not listen to your fantasies. Ah.
I mean, you can press all the statements. It will just get you further in the story, you know. Further about the story. But one
It's
will leave
evident.
a question.
It's evident beyond reasonable doubt the victim was not alone at the time.
I think it's about.
The prosecution has photo evidence of this fact. Counsel. That's not it, I'm just muttering it. Indeed, of the table on which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. I wonder if there's a gumshoe in this one.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
As can plainly be seen, there was only one place set. Really, based on the appearance of the print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else.
You do know that someone can have company and the other person wouldn't be, right?
No, I don't know that. Well, I mean, you have to remember this place that common sense comes in spades.
That's right, sorry.
Or in big, small pieces. This
Oh,
doesn't
it's
make
the
any sense.
steak? Okay. The steak murdered him. Steak sprouted legs and I walked in. What's going on, Sir Frank?
They were mistaken.
Sir Frank, check him out.
The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record.
The steak was taking revenge for biting him.
The best kind of steak, you bite steak and steak will bite you back. You have to bite back harder.
With that logic, wouldn't the steak bite harder too?
That's why you fight it so hard it dies.
Wouldn't you need to find like the heart of it?
The heart of the steak. I don't understand. It was a mistake. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman.
The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came into the restaurant alone as well.
That's not true. I saw her. I swear I saw a woman with him.
How'd you do, Ben, Sir Frank?
It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to the Great Britain at time after all. Witness testimony must leave no further room for doubt. He is very sensible political times, as we all know, the ink is still fresh on a treaty with Great Britain.
No, so are you done with the game entirely, or just the first game?
The thing that I take Suchi Aruchi. I can't ever speak.
Takes. I'm trying to figure out the pun in his name. Takasuchi Ouchie?
Take Suchi Ouchie.
I'll have to look at the pun in his name.
Will be contributed to the
Amity, I think.
Amity of these two great empires is an honor. How can this be happening?
Outro music was still playing when I started streaming, finishing off the last mission of the first game. Alright.
The villager is ready to rule.
Stand tall, Reynolds. It's not over yet.
What?
If what you say is true, there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw the truth in your cross-examination.
I don't know, Cosmo. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witness. Make it quick, understood? Rules could be so
Unbending?
unbending at times, but yeah, he's like, don't break the rules, but I'll be fine. Rules, jeez.
Oh yeah, you know, you can't break the rules, but I can, because I'm of elite status.
I'm in such I'm in such a higher class than you.
Yes!
Dude.
No. It's not the same thing at all.
Oh my god.
Right, I didn't fire that gun.
We get this. I almost called you Phoenix. We get this, Reynolds. We get it.
In this opinion, the option is an ununiformed soldier versus that of a fledgling cadet. I don't think so. I said that's defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked. Did you? Did you see it? Did you see me blink? How could I? And yet, it is an undue effect that I did blink. So there you have it. Or have what? Attention! The sound of firearm rang in my ears. In the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman.
Because such thing as coincidence doesn't exist.
I think that says it all, don't you? And lest I forget, the antiques dealer witnessed the accused is the most inconspicuous position as well. Is that so? Cora. The Legend of Cora.
Alright. No window express?
That's all we can, but... We're gonna ask the question furthermore, if we do search the premises all the time, we find that
Yes!
The only people in the establishment. Yes, it may be true that I was holding a gun at that point in time. I've already told him. No, it was only because I picked it up off the floor. Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away. I just finished drinking my coffee and I was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Will's seat, so I picked it up.
How did you not notice, or how did you not hear the gunshot? Oh, no, sorry, the gunshot happened afterwards.
Yeah, and exactly at the moment. That's not ringing in my ears.
Full of events beyond our control, life is. Okay,
Sorry,
Yoda.
what do you mean?
In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing something. Whereas conversely, I failed to pick up the Koban on the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. Anyway, the fact remains, myself, I did see you. With pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Furthermore, visual search of the premise.
Yes!
Yes.
There was a lady there.
Objection!
You have been at pains to point out time and time again, and I'm growing a callous in my ear.
Get used to it.
Yet no one appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Ah! If only there been more people done. Then someone would have noticed her.
Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when this happened. A quiet time between lunch and dinner at a restaurant.
I know, of course, the place is almost empty. That's what you expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason for why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason.
Oh, there was.
There was. I found this victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical record, sir, Your Excellency.
What?
It would seem that the victim had an appointment at the clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
Oh.
Hot dog. Yeah, Hottie.
I don't think he was there for the wonders that was Dr. Hottie.
No, Hottie Clinic. Yes, there would appear to be an entry for the date in question.
Oh, dear.
19th of November, soon as past 1 p.m.
That very day of the incident.
So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit his evidence before, so it really has no bearing on this case.
I wonder. What do you think, Reynolds?
Well, it's hard to see how that could be related, really.
Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful.
Do I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical record to be submitted?
Yes!
Yes.
The funny doctor. I kind of wish it
If I
was.
may, I'd like to ask for the medical record required to be submitted evidence, Your Excellency.
I wish it was in the anime, but I know why he wasn't in the anime.
Oh,
Dr. Hottie?
On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous.
Extraneous?
Extraneous. Not to mention the victim's moments prior to his arrival at the restaurant are no concern.
Objection!
Maybe he's saying yes because he doesn't know how to say objection. Whether or not they are concerns is up to us to decide. We have the right to explore all possible avenues.
I beg your pardon?
You have the authority to refuse perfectly valid requests for the submission of evidence.
Very well. The court will grant you the defendant's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's the most disturbing trend.
How?
Also, kindly need to add the victim's medical report to the court record.
We have a medical report. What we need right now is new clues. But we have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first.
Right, I hear you.
What do you?
You can conspire to prolong the trial as long as you want, but it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you've forgotten that these witness testimonies have no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused. Korok.
When you get back to the testimony, go ahead and press everything. We'll end up getting a tutorial on how to look at the details of the court records.
So just examine the rest of the statements?
It says press the rest of the statement.
Yes!
So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone?
Yes, I did. Forgive me for this position I place you in.
The testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? Let's not forget the incomprehensible evidence we have to support their statements as well. As can clearly be seen, there's only a steak beefsteak on the victim's table for one meal.
She could have just sat down.
No.
The antiques dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not possible that they're all lying. But if so, then why?
To be honest, I have absolutely no idea. There are no other than the black and...
Yes!
Here, that's
Oh, same thing, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're all good.
Why aren't you telling the truth? What? What did you say, cadet?
I
I
said...
still remember. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. You're gonna say that again, aren't you? You know, perhaps one of you might not have noticed.
Well, one day the points are gonna be driven home, that no one knows.
We're both for the professor continuing, and it's just not possible.
Or they're covering for it.
Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruto, it's not just a case of the two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, whose testimony on the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. That's right.
Did you just forget that?
Firstly, in other words, you are a sole proponent of this phantom lady. But I... If such a woman were indeed present in the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. And there is no such proof exists. The prosecutor demands that no further mention of this phantom be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time. I thought that I could say that to that. Just...
Excellent work, Reynolds. We've gleaned some new information now.
Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that brings any real discrepancies to light.
I wouldn't be so sure. let me see the medical report card you got before.
Hey, you mean this?
Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail.
How exactly?
Sure.
You'll have some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. Yes, I did.
You can examine.
These are ones you may examine. Press A, and you can take a closer look into the piece in question. Use those
The right analog stick to rotate it.
to rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. By using the
Left
analog sticks.
Left analog stick.
Hello. You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. In the crosshairs, if the crosshairs start to pulsate, press A to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at the medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. I'm using the right analog stick and left analog stick in A to inspect any areas of evidence that look suspicious. Stamp. Oh,
Dentist?
Dentist.
oh yeah, that's in the middle card, but it's also a gender. This is Hotcha Clinic on the medical report card. I hate clinics almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries.
Oh, okay. Aren't they all the same?
When I was 5, I caught the only cold I ever had in my life. I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection on my right arm.
Oh,
Alright. I'll never forget it. Never
never my whole life. Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think it's the clinic that treats people for illnesses like that. Let's go looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything.
Looks like this medical card was first issued quite some time ago.
It's probably a record of long-term treatment, and that's why what the family doctor meant.
Well, I can't manage going to the doctor, I mean. As long as I'm alive, I've never consulted one.
Well, if you're dead, then there'd be no point. So, you'd only doctors then.
Why would you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine. And they give you painful injections. And then demand lots of money for you for the privilege. All when you're at your lowest debt. Ed.
You sound like a model patient. With a bad case of stubbornness, no less. For what? For which? The only cure is a very bitter medicine indeed.
You,
Misbehave.
you
Yeah. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah! There's an entry for the day of the Purple Service kills.
extraction of a molar. I mean, he had a tooth taken out?
It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps he was laughing gas. That's the most modern practice for the West, okay.
Yes, I've heard this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe that there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain.
What year is this set? And there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well.
Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours. Excuse. Oh wait, you're talking. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Certainly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effect is passed.
Really?
Sounds like information worth bearing in mind.
Open milk card. With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes.
So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you?
Definitely.
Are you confident now?
Okay, I understand. There was that picture of it. Like, oh, he was eating. He's not supposed to. So how can it be his?
Indeed, alone, I think it's what.
Yes!
What I like about this is it shows you where the statement is.
Well, I think,
About what are you wittering of, lad? Call yourself a lawyer.
I wish I could, but foremost here, I'm the accused.
Reynolds. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I would worry about it.
Thanks, cousin.
I could see it quite clearly through the cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it was that you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking.
Alright, thanks for the advice. Cura. This is the medical report belonging to the victim.
Ah, I see. And I don't see. What of it, boy?
Boy. Depending on what is written on the report card in your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up.
Objection!
Dear me, have you forgotten your words so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateur dribble. But let's see if I can explain it explain in words that
You might understand.
it was 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Where he may have not been before that is completely irrelevant.
Actually, it is relevant.
But that's
Remember, Reynolds, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words, whatever. Just make your point.
actually, I believe we're finished here. There's surely no need for prolonging this trial further. This tells me the court will have heard have been clear and concise. The record has no meaning of the matter on this law. For the simple reason that there is no one else besides the pale-faced pupil.
Ooh.
This middle court has nothing to do with the case. You really believe that? What? That outburst half petrified me, bro. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Perhaps because on a clinic which issued the report card is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Perhaps if I told your victim I just had a tooth extracted.
What's this now?
And furthermore, it would show you that the result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. So what are you trying to say, cadet? We had orders to not eat, so what?
Why would you order food?
It's all written up in here. No food or drink for... No, other than water for 3 hours.
Post
Post
procedure.
with anesthesia while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't... Corksy. Listen. What boy? What? I just heard. He was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m. The victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
No.
Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence
Unless you're
that the
tag teaming
victim
it.
was dining alone. But that can't possibly be the case.
Grr.
That the victim was, as we all know, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic.
Expertly done, partner.
Objection!
Wait, what is this nonsense? You little upstart!
You little upstart.
These are Brown's accusation. Just look at this photographic evidence. You see the plate of food on the victim's table.
Objection!
Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic?
How dare you!
I think it's fair to say that the tables at the
The tables in the restaurant case have turned.
wouldn't you agree, Reynolds?
Yes, most definitely. So having just undergone some surgery, the victim was unable to eat. There's at least one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating in the picture of beef steak? The court will now hear an opinion on the defense of the new puzzle. Are sure you're ready, counsel? That's me.
Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is where you start turning your trial around. Show them what you're made of.
Got it. So,
A woman, I'm assuming.
the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been.
Okay. And as, I'm assuming it's an as yet unknown third party.
Obviously, it can only be someone who was sitting at the professor's table.
Objection!
Objection!
You will not let us go, will you? There was no such person.
Yes!
Yes,
There was because I saw her.
When the incident occurred, we know the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yeah.
We have the evidence of a half-eaten steak on the table.
Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else eating it.
Ah!
We have strong evidence that supports our assertion. It's clear that the witness's testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through the ruling at this stage, I'll smite you. We'll lodge a formal complaint at the Ministry of Justice to pursue a fair retrial relentlessly.
Are you insane? You would take on the government?
Don't worry, Counsel. I have no issues with you.
What do you mean?
I have an issue with them, the two witnesses on the stand. What?
What are you talking about?
We've demonstrated the evidence that shows the victim was not alone. So, it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies. Obviously, you will be charged with perjury. Or perjury, whatever.
Perjury?
Perjury?
I
Perjury?
said perjury.
Oh. Yeah.
Since this is a murder trial,
Complicit in murder? No.
No! Oh no! Negative! There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders.
Oh, that's alright. As all men, this officer says. Just say, just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us. Oh,
What? What did you say? Corita-san? No. You were just following orders?
Now hold on, lad. I was, say you never saw a gentlewoman.
Yeah.
When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas?
What?
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? Just one. Just one simple. Slip of the tongue.
Don't scare the man to death. Jeez.
Order! Counsel, explain what's going on here.
It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth.
Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Then who's behind this? You tried to make you keep your mouth shut.
Well,
That's classified.
are you prepared to be tried as a conspirator in this murder?
You wouldn't. This can't be happening.
Reynolds, judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they swore to silence. They were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe it's ouchie. I had any idea about it.
What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there can only be a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose.
Well, any ideas who might that be? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit.
You name whoever tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut.
Of course, we need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever did it was really whoever did it. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here.
How? How can you possibly?
I can English, I swear. Remember how we made progress before?
Before?
We examined the piece of evidence in detail. We found out the new clue as a result.
Oh yes, that's right.
Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything. Make sure that there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose.
I want answers. Is it proven that the witnesses have been manipulated? I assure you, the penalty will be severe. I'm guessing it's the business card.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
seating arrangement business card. And then you want to check out the
Front.
yeah. That's kind of see whose card it is. You know.
Well, that's unexpected.
What is?
Look, do you see the witness's name here? Satoru Satoru Sausage?
It's a business card that doesn't seem to show the person's name. That's sort of the point.
It's not the name that's unexpected, it's his job title.
His job. Oh! Chief Inspector Sartobi. Primary Criminal Investigation Division. Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector? What on earth?
I have no idea. Well, let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here. The waiter's business card had
Yeah, but the thing is, that was the butler. That's the butler's name.
yeah. The plan of the restaurant raises a number of questions, I think.
Definitely.
And it supposedly shows the relative position of everything and the moment following the incident. But there's nothing to show the woman, as you say, as you saw it there.
Exactly. That's not all. Look here in the upper left, where it says kitchen. Oh yes.
What is it?
No one would use complicated characters to write kitchen, especially not in they're in a hurry.
You mean you don't remember the character? You don't remember those characters yourself? Don't you mean you don't remember those characters yourself? Don't you? Study harder, Reynolds. Oh shit.
Yes, whatever. Kitchen.
What? What's this?
So, University. Our student wears this pin with pride. It's funny, but most emblems seem to either be round or rectangular. Like spike design, even though it doesn't really make any sense. Though it does cause problems. Also seems of anyone cutting their fingers on their badges. Perhaps it's an idea of one of the founders. A sharp pin for a sharp mind or something.
Alright. What was on the top corner?
Entrance.
Entrance, page 1. Oh, that just spells kitchen. That spells entrance. Yeah.
Please, wait. Your Excellency. I had no idea about this. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing.
I knew nothing, I speak nothing.
What did the defense say about all this? Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first thing that comes to my head. Oh, God.
Huh?
The only guy that's yeah.
Yes!
Yes!
Well, surely that would be Shaito Hasagara-san. Otacon, the waiter who took stand earlier.
Objection!
Poppycock. What?
Oh, you've never heard poppycock before?
No.
Present the waiter's business card as evidence.
What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have a level of influence.
For once, I would agree with you. If that is, the man truly were a waiter.
If he truly were.
Go on, Reynolds. Time to hit this court with the truth.
Here.
The waiter's business card.
Yes!
I can do the same thing when I'm blind. It's like you look at your face.
My hands are busy.
The plan of restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree shows a real attention to detail, but I'm not sure I can conclude anything.
Flip it over.
Sorry, actually, that's the back of the card. It's the back. The back of the card is the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon?
Just flip the card.
Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes. It's front of the back of the card. This is what I'm telling detail is. Just flip the damn card. Damn card. It's like the episode of South Park, like, I think it was like the murder of the left-hand killer. It was like, oh shit. I flipped it around and it became a left hand.
Ah, yes, because that makes sense. Would someone please explain what this overexcited college student is trying to say to me? The sausage man sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse of his business card. The front of the business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession.
And where's profession? That's surely good gracious!
That's right, Your Excellency. Card reads Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Now again, I'm going to repeat that for the prosecution to hear. Chief Inspector. Surely the rest will follow naturally.
What, the waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of that before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before?
The Imperial Police Bureau is has the most immense power. Absolute power, as far as regular civilians are connected. So, witnesses there in the stand. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you the orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you had seen a foreign gentlewoman at the scene?
Well...
Well. Could be. Oh, he's back!
Inspector Hosonaga.
I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit the sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. Cool.
Yes, I remember now. He did strangely act. He acted strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. Too much ice?
No, it just didn't go in. Normally it goes in. Normally. But the first one will be the side angle, which cause everything else will be blocked out. I strive to carry all investigations flawlessly. It is my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was unusually careless. It was an unusually careless mistake.
So you meant to say you really are a detective?
If you want something to drink, you're more than welcome to get something.
Right, just fill this up with water.
Hmm?
Why not?
But why would a detective like you? Why would a detective be working as a restaurant and why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Ah, of course, your salary must be terrible. For your information, I was working undercover. Undercover? Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I'm not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they're unrelated to this case of homicide.
Very well, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point of the core.
Of course, Your Excellency.
We just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. At the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. Is that indeed true? Clearly, you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the person's table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity of police officer, you require these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct?
Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable.
As I suspected. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out to the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair. Beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite of the victim, the victim was at the same table as the young lady, whom I guessed was an Englishwoman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Special order? You mean to say?
Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders.
But what if the Englishwoman was the killer?
I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms with its relationship with Britain more highly than anything else at the moment. As an Englishman have been murdered on our soil, to name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of question. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case.
That's not right. Silence.
Yeah. One possibility does spring to mind.
What do you mean, Cosmo?
Oh.
No, you can.
Yumi University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain one of them studying at the medical facility's research laboratory is a young Englishwoman. What? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
You mean?
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it pertinent to keep her to check her identity first.
The court demands the name of the lady in the question at once, Inspector.
The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was Miss Jezebel Giselle Brett.
Miss Brett?
Miss Brett.
Miss Brett.
She's an uniformed student studying the research laboratory of Yume University's medical facility.
What is happening here?
I am under orders from the police bureau. I erased all evidence of Lay's presence at the scene. I was ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to Your Excellency to decide how to deal with the situation. Hold on, I'm taking a quick power nap.
Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented in the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we now discover, the premise is false. Maybe
Desecration
of justice to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
Objection!
But Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send a telegraphic report to Great Britain.
We'll send them a report.
Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other influence the proceedings of my courtroom. Inspector Hosonaga.
Yes, sir.
You will locate this Jezebel Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency.
At once, Your Excellency.
But this means you're going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau.
We're just following the rules.
As I've said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out investigations flawlessly. So it won't be a problem.
Nothing will get in my way.
Court will be adjourned briefly. The prosecution will call the English student Jezebel Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Your Excellency! Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before recovery.
Meeting.
Reconvene. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody has their kind of recovery from that. Just a little bit.
Yeah. What? I would love to save my progress.
Yeah, nothing like a 3-hour tutorial.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna head out now.
Yeah, probably.
I am rather tired. I wasn't expecting a 3-hour tutorial!
That's kind of more.
I heard this case was long. Excellent work, Reynolds. That was superb.
My heart was in my mouth the entire time.
It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there, you were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. It was a grim sight, and before I knew it, you started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer.
Forget it, it's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again.
Anyway, it looks like we've been exposed. We exposed your Phantom Lady at last. Miss Giselle Brett. Student from Great Britain. Is she?
That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman in front of him, like I've been saying all along.
Yes, you have. Haven't you?
I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I am sure of.
Are you sure, though?
Are you truly sure?
Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened after with that?
No, I didn't see any of that. I shot him worse when I thought, and then I found then on the floor was next to Dr. Wilson's table. I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor, and after that I bent down to pick it up. Bang! Again. I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot came from. The waiter ran over to you, looking at the white, looking as white as a sheet. He bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen.
Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay.
Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining room area.
Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you.
Oh.
Professor Mikatova.
Well, it seems I was right. The part of you make an outstanding team. You exceed my expectations, I have to say.
Yes, it seems you've planned this from the start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as lawyer in this trial.
Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice isn't even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest, youngest stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may result in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled.
Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, I'm still the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life. I shouldn't waste everyone's time going to study overseas anyway.
What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance. I was afraid you feel that way. Kazuma. Well, it looks like it all comes out of you, young man. To me.
What?
Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I'm very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. I'm thinking, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? You know what I'm asking you, Professor? Did you know the victim? Yes, I did. And you're probably aware Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at Yumi. It was I who invited him. Oh, I see.
I didn't know that before.
Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify the alleged culprit as quickly as possible.
But let's not forget who we're going up against. This gentleman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide.
Yes, I'm sure the prosecution will be use every tool at their disposal to quash your case. I have no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight, right until the last. Best of luck. Thank you. Nothing. I need to run an errand at the university at once. It's something I think we may need.
Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama.
Defendant Nintendo.
Nintendo now?
Nintendo, Naruto Nintendo. Court recess is over. Please make your ways back inside the courtroom at once.
It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go back in there and deal with a decisive blow before these old fossils know what hits them.
Kazuma?
What?
Thank you. Really?
What for?
Well, if you hadn't said that you believe me, then I'm fairly sure I've already been found guilty by now.
Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer and as a friend.
For you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to have to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. But this isn't just my battle anymore. Who we're up against will absolutely not afford to lose. Alrighty then. I'll save my thank yous for after the trial.
You can treat me to one of, you can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from the Yumi cafeteria at the
University Street.
Yes, University Street. With an extra large portion, of course. Anything for you after this. PM?
Yep.
Well, normally it goes normally it's like, when did we start for it?
That's my university thingy. We talked about before. People keep stabbing themselves with it.
Well, stab himself.
No, actually, I meant to. Yeah, I was gonna end the stream.
But you got too caught up in it.
Actually, no, I didn't know what the buttons were. I was actually.
Because it's on the in.
Yeah, I was gonna wait for this part.
Yeah, you saved it. Yeah, you saved it.
just in case.
Yeah, you saved it. You saved it.
Alright, guys, but sure. Because that's the thing I guess I can do.
Yay, save it.
Save it again?
Yes.
I know if you do quit, it's like, would you like to save your game here? That's helpful. Alright. We shall continue this tomorrow night. If you guys are new, do hit follow, that way you get notified when we go live. I'm a proactive streamer, so you never know what I'll be streaming. We'll be doing some Uncharted 1 tomorrow. And also do check out Palago Jill.
I still need to start streaming something.
Will you be making a surprise appearance tomorrow?
Maybe. Probably. Most likely.
Maybe, probably, most likely.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Alright, cool. Alright,
So maybe bring them breakfast.
Huh?
Unless we're ever making omelet or something.
Yeah, we're having eggs tomorrow. Well, at least I'm having eggs.
What?
I'm having eggs tomorrow.
No.
Huh?
No.
Yeah. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your night. We'll see you all tomorrow morning. And yeah. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Bye.
Have a good rest of your night, guys.